welcome to the Devils pregame show brought to you by Uncle Vinny's Pizza in Bayonne, New Jersey, the best pizza in the North Jersey area. Tonight, our hometown Devils will be facing their interdivision rivals, their longtime rivals, the Philadelphia Flyers. And the Devils are sitting at 15, 22, and 3, while the Flyers are sitting at 13, 16, and 9. As this is a Flyers team that has really struggled in the overtime losses category, a lot of them being shootouts, and that is something the Devils are very familiar with. All three of their overtime losses are in shootouts, but they have not had as much difficulty in that category as they did the previous season. And this season, it has been Philly who has had that problem. And everyone knows the Devils have started this season off pretty slow, and you never want to do that. You always want to start off fast because teams don't have their chemistry down pat. If you want to sneak out good points to have that'll help you in the long run, you want to get them early on this season because teams, like I said, don't have their chemistry down, they don't have their routine down, and they're just not used to playing, and they're not in mid-season form. But the Devils, unfortunately, they're going to have to turn things around in the second half, and so far, they're doing a good job. They've won 4 of their last 5. Their only loss out of those 5 games was the previous game here at Prudential Center against a very good Montreal Canadiens team in the shootout. And it seems like ever since head coach Peter DeBoer made some line changes, things have really turned around for the Devils. Those line changes being Steven Gianna and Steve Bernier out of the lineup, being replaced by Damian Brunner and Michael Ryder. And the big thing for the Devils last season and the majority of this season so far has been their goal scoring. They have not been able to get as many goals as they would like to. And when you get players who are the grindy type players out of the lineup like Gianna and Bernier, and you put in 2 very gifted goal scorers like Brunner and Ryder, you're going to get some more goal production, and that's definitely something that has worked out for them. Brunner has been sitting on the second line with Elias at center and Havla on the left wing. And that's another thing. Ever since Elias has moved back to the center position, they've opened up a whole different combo of line changes, because the Devils have had this problem all year long where they've just had a ridiculous amount of wingers on the team that were all great. That's why Bernier was in the lineup. That's why they had all these guys who were decent players on the bench, because the Devils just had these insane amount of wingers, and in order for them to get them in the lineup, Elias moved back to center, and as a team player as he is, he was willing to do that, and he's played well on that second line with his best friend Havlat and Damian Brunner. Another lineup change that was made was Damon Severson will be making his 3rd NHL start tonight. He's paired on the line with Adam Larson, and he will be replacing Peter Harold, who was sent down to AHL Albany. So tonight we'll get a really good look at what the young rookie's really made of. He's been up for 3 games. So far he's played well. Let's see how he plays in this 3rd game. And that'll wrap things up for this pregame show brought to you by Uncle Vinny's Pizza in Bayonne, New Jersey. Let's head on over to broadcast booth for the puck drop. Good evening, hockey fans! You are tuning into a matchup between the hometown New Jersey Devils and the Philadelphia Flyers here at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. We are inside the broadcast booth powered by Paulie's Auto Body. The Flyers are currently 13, 16, and 9, while the Devils are 15, 22, and 3. We'll take a look at the starting netminders for today. In goal for the Devils will be the legendary Martin Brodeur, 2-1 with a 2.33 goals against average and a .918 save percentage so far in the season as the backup goalie. And the Flyers also have their backup, Ray Emery, 6-2 with a 2.74 goals against average and a .965 save percentage. We'll head down to center ice now for puck drop, and we're just about ready to get things started off. It's Patrick Elias versus Claude Giroux. And Elias wins it back to the D-men, Jelonaz, and it crosses the Devils zone. Brunner takes it into the corner where he's pinned against the boards. Pass back to Elias to the slot for Havla, backhand shot, but it's saved by Emery, gloved, and we'll have a face-off upcoming. Here on the left side of Emery, it'll be Zajac, Yager, and Camilleri versus Umberger, LeCavier, and Braden Shen, and the Flyers win the face-off. Umberger with the puck crosses into neutral zone. Into the Devils zone now, puts on a move, and he gets hit, and it's taken control by the Devils. Pass back and forth between Zajac and Camilleri. A clearing attempt is blocked in front and controlled by the Flyers. LeCavier with the puck now in the Devils zone with a wrist shot, and he scores! Vincent LeCavier, the former Tampa Bay Lightning, nets one to make it a 1-0 Flyers lead. Here with 16:55 left in the first period, it'll be assisted by Luke and Braden Shen as LeCavier snipes one top left shelf, over the shoulder of Marty Brodeur. And they'll have a face-off at center ice. And it's won by Adam Henrique, back to Jelinas, to Green. Over to Jelinas, but he misses the puck, and big hit into the boards by Eric Jelinas. And then another big hit by Michael Ryder, and he controls the own puck himself. And he gets behind the net, passes the slot, but he can't get it on. The centering attempt is deflected, and the Flyers have the puck, crosses into the Devil's zone. Pass, Jacob Voracek is poked checked by Andy Green, and here he goes the opposite way, crosses the neutral zone, into the Flyer zone. Slap shot is saved by Emery and deflects behind the net, and Green with a big hit in Delzato, but the Flyers maintain possession. Claude Giroux crosses center ice, he's into the Devil's zone, and a big hit on Claude Giroux as the Devils take possession to Green. Up to Ryan Clough, the pass is deflected, but it's controlled by Green, back to Ryan Clough once again, and a big hit. And Green trips over a Flyers defenseman, and it's intercepted by Damian Brunner. The shot is deflected in front, controlled by Brunner again. Once again, Clough drives the net, takes a shot, but he can't get it to go. Saved by Emery. We've got 11 seconds left in the first period now. Flyers with possession of the puck, looking for a pass attempt here in their own zone. McDonald back up to Giroux, trying to get into the Devil's zone. He's skating around at center ice, trying to get something going on here. Passes over to Umberger. He skates along the boards, possession. And to the slot for Giroux, takes a shot, saved by Marty, controlled by Merrill. Another shot by Voracek, saved by Marty. Shot is deflected in front. And it's Devils possession of the puck now. Marty Havlat onto the Flyers side of the ice. A snipe is gloved and saved by Ray Emery. That'll be covered up with 7:45 left. As now we'll have a face-off on the Flyers zone right in front of Ray Emery. Zajac versus Courtier. And it is won by the Devils as it's tied up. Controlled by Damien Severson. Behind the net for Camilleri. Up to the slot for Zajac. Back to the D-man for Severson. Shot is saved. Yager has a wide open net. He misses it. He misses two shots. And now back to Camilleri into the center. See Adam Larson for the shot. Rebound. Jaromir Jagr. He scores. Jaromir Jagr, the ageless wonder, gets the rebound on the Adam Larson slap shot. And he ties this one up at 1. With 5:52 left in the hockey game. It is assisted by Adam Larson's shot and Mike Camilleri's pass to set that one up. Take a look at the shot here and the beautiful rebound by Jaromir Jagr. It landed right on his stick, and he had a wide open net as Ray Emery was not expecting that one at all. And we have a tie hockey game here in the first period. And at the end of the first period, it'll be all tied up at 1 between the Flyers and the Devils. We'll be right back here for some second period action after this. Welcome back to some second period action between the Devils and Flyers. Just a reminder that if you bring your tickets to the Del Vecchios in downtown Newark, you get free breadsticks. And we are just about ready for the face-off. Elias versus Giroux. And it's won by Giroux and the Flyers. And it's into the Devil's zone. Now Voracek over to Red. Over to Voracek for the wrister. It's saved by Marty. And it's passed back out to the Devils, controlled by Elias. Over to Green, up to Havlat, left-hand side. Center ice now for Elias. Back to Havlat, who's cycling around to Jelinas at the point. Jelinas over to Havlat once again. Elias behind the net, skates the face-off circle. Jelinas cycling around, can't get a shot on. It's deflected, and they're going to have to head back, so there's no offsides. Andy Green with a wrister is gloved by Ray Emery. Pass back out, controlled by Delzato over to McDonald and the Flyers. Matt Red now over into the Flyers zone. Jacob Voracek is offsides, and we will have a face-off upcoming between Zajac and LeCavier at the blue line. Puck drops, and it's won by the Devils, and Zidlicki controls it. Up to Camilleri, over to Zajac, and he's going to head this one up the right-hand side boards. Pass back to John Merrill, and he loses the control of the puck, and he's offside. Still have to regroup. And the Flyers take control of Vinny Cavier, dumps it in, and that'll be a line change for the Flyers, but not the Devils, as Zajac's line is still out there. Jagr back to Zajac. Puts on a move. Slap shot saved by Emery, and he gloves it, but he passes back out. And a big hit behind the net by Zajac. Poke check. And it's still the Flyers' possession. Coburn gets a big hit by Zajac. Cross ice. Backhand attempt by Camilleri is saved by Ray Emery. And somehow the Flyers still have possession of it in their own zone. Pass to LeCavalier at center ice. Puts on a deep move, crosses the slot, but it's deflected, and the Devils clear it out. And it's not icing as the Flyers touch the puck. And they'll be pinned up against the board in their own zone. Flyers possession of it. LeCavalier across neutral zone now into the Devils zone. Passes back to LaRose. LeCavalier pass back to him, but he misses it, and the Devils control it. Ryan Klopp, the right-hand side of the boards, now into the Flyers zone. Puts on the brakes, passes the slot from Michael Ryder. Backhand shot, and it's deflected wide. Michael Ryder once again. Looking for an opportunity here. Henrique with the pass, and it's intercepted by the Flyers. They control it now. Cordier at center ice. Over to Chad LaRose. Takes a backhand shot, but it's wide and controlled by the Flyers once again. Pass around the point. Delzato slap shots blocked in front and deflects behind the net. Controlled by the Devils player who is pinned up against the boards. Andy Green passes it up to Damian Brunner, right-hand side of the ice. He's at the right-hand side of boards. And he gets a hit, and it's controlled by the Flyers now once he turns it over. And it's shot and ricochets all the way around back to the Flyers zone where it's controlled by the Devils player. Damian Brunner takes a shot. Elias takes a shot, and they're all saved by Ray Emery, who has been standing on his head all night with these shot attempt after shot attempt, and the Devils have possession of it in their own zone, but it's turned over. Flyers have it now. A bunch of big hits going on. Flyers cycling around at the point. Centering try is picked up by Havla, intercepted by the Devils. Elias back to the point for Jelena. Havla turns it over, and the Flyers have the puck. And they're going to be offsides here, so they have to regroup. And it's passed over to Braden Coburn, and he dumps it in for a Flyers line change, controlled by the Devils. Passed in front, and it was deflected. Luckily, the Devils do get control of it, and that'll be the end of the second period. No goals here in the second, as we were still all knotted up at 1 between the Devils and Flyers. We'll be right back here for some third period action after this. Welcome back to the third period for some more Devils hockey, brought to you by Tony's Barbershop in downtown Newark. The opening faceoff will be between Elias and Giroux once again, and this time it's won by Elias. He's won 2 out of the 3 opening faceoffs, and he crosses into the Flyers zone at the faceoff circle. Passed around the point. Jelena slap shot is saved off the shoulder of Emery and controlled by McDonald of the Flyers. Passed into the neutral zone. Jacob Voracek takes it into the Devils zone now. Puts on a deep move, backhand shot, glove saved by Marty. Gloves it, and he passes it to Andy Green, up to Elias. Now Marty Havelat. On a 2-on-1, he takes a wrister, and he scores! Marty Havelat goes bar down, top right-hand corner of the net, and it's now a 2-1 Devils lead with 17:25 left in the third period. Marty Havelat assisted by his best friend Patrick Elias and the captain Andy Green. What a beautiful snipe. Goes bar down, top right-hand corner. And Marty Havelat continues his scoring ways and proves to be a great addition to this New Jersey Devils team as he makes it a 2-1 Devils lead here in the third period. And we'll have a face-off now on the Devils side of the ice between Cordier and Zajac with 7:45 left. Won by the Devils, and Marty Havelat over to Elias. Crosses into the Flyers zone. Wrister saved by Emery and controlled by the Flyers. Chad LaRose crosses the neutral zone. Pass to the center ice for Cordier. Over to Rafi. And it's back to Devils possession now. Elias with the puck. Wrister goes wide. It looks like Emery could have got a piece on it, and he's upended by the Flyers defenseman. Looks like that was Mark Street, and we will have a penalty on the play. So we will have a Devils power play here in the third period. That was indeed Mark Street who'll be getting the interference call. So we'll have a face-up between Zajac and Giroux on the Flyers side of the ice with 5:27 left. Controlled by Michael Ryder. Slap shot, top shelf, and Michael Ryder scores on the power play. That didn't take long at all, and now the Devils are up 3-1 thanks to the power play goal. Michael Ryder with the beautiful slap shot. On the face-off was Zajac, passes it back to Ryder, and the beautiful slap shot, top shelf, top right-hand corner is where the Devils like to seem to shoot, and it's been working on A. Emery. High glove side as Michael Ryder makes it a 3-1 Devils lead. And now we'll have a face-off with a minute 58 left. Devils on the penalty kill on their own zone. And won by the Devils. Andy Green controls it, passes up to Zubris. Over to Henrique, who crosses into the Flyers zone, takes a shot, saved off the blocker of Emery, passes behind the net where it's controlled by Zubris, but he takes a hit, controlled by the Flyers now. Matt Reed for the Flyers in the neutral zone. Back to Reed, puts on a deke move, takes a shot, glove saved by Marty, passes it out to John Merrill, who goes over to Andy Green, up to Josefson, over to Ruutu, back to Josefson, and he passes it back to the point for Andy Green, over to John Merrill. His pass is deflected, but it's controlled by Ruutu, and they're cycling things around here on the PK in the offensive zone. But the shot is saved by Emery, controlled by Delzada, who passes it up to LeCavier. Up to Braden Shen. Flyers empty net with 38 seconds left. Turned over in the Devils zone, and the Devils have possession of it. Andy Green passes the centering try. Glove saved by Marty. He stands on his head for that one. And the Flyers still have possession of it. Cycling around Voracek. Shot. Glove saved by Marty once again. The man still has it. 40-plus years old, and he's still a great goaltender. Dumped into the Flyers zone with 15 seconds left. Big hit on a Flyers player. Another big hit by Ruutu. 2 Flyers players go down. We have 9 seconds left. 8 seconds. Flyers into the Devils zone. Jacob Voracek takes a slap shot. Saved by Marty. Can't control the rebound, but it's controlled by Ruutu. He dumps it out, and that will be how the cookie crumbled as the third period ends. And the Devils come away with the win over their hated rivals, the Philadelphia Flyers, here at the Prudential Center, as they improve to 16-22-3 on the season. And the Philadelphia Flyers drop to 13-17-9. Jaromir Jagr, Marty Havlat, and Michael Ryder all coming up with goals for the Devils, while Vincent LeCavier had a beautiful snipe for the Flyers, put them on the board early, but the Devils would strike for 3 unanswered as they come away with the win by a score of 3-1. And with that being said, we'll wrap things up for this edition of Devils Hockey. Don't forget to tune next time. I've been your host, JerseyBorn, and I'm saying goodbye.
We're not clear nor the script. We've had it safe and slow.